Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter 19, text 20. Drushtang sudang asad buddha nanudayan na sandhiset sanskriting chatmana samcho tatra vidwan so atmadruk. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. One who knows that material happiness, whether good or bad, in this life or in the next, on this planet or on the heavenly planets, is temporary and useless, and that an intelligent person should not try to enjoy or even think of such things, is the knower of self. That material happiness is the very cause continued material existence and forgetfulness of one's own constitutional position. Living entity is a spiritual soul, and the mental body is his encasement. This is the beginning of spiritual understanding. Dehi no asmin jatha dehe kaumaram jauvanam jara tatha dehantar praptir dhirastatra na muyanti. And the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age. The soul similarly passes into another body at death. The self-realized soul is not built up by such a change. Bhagavad Gita 2:13. The real mission of human life is to get free from encasement in the material body. Therefore, Krishna descends to teach the conditioned soul about spiritual realization and how to become free from mental bondage. Jada jadai dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. The words dharmasya glani means pollution of one's existence. Our existence is now polluted and it must be purified, sattam suddhet. The human life is meant for this purification, not for thinking of happiness in terms of external body, which is the cause of mental bondage. Therefore, in this verse, Maharaj Jati advises that whatever material happiness we see and whatever is promised for enjoyment is all merely flickering and temporary. Abrahma punaloka punaravartina Arjuna. Even if one is promoted to Brahmaloka, if one is not freed from mental bondage, one must return to this planet Earth and continue the miserable condition of material existence. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. One should always keep this understanding in mind so as to be allured by any kind of sense enjoyment in this life or in the next. One who is fully aware of this truth is self-realized, so Atmadruk. But aside from this, aside from him, everyone suffers in the cycle of birth and death, mrityu sansara vartmani. This understanding is one of true intelligence, and anything contrary to this is but a cause of unhappiness. Krishna bhakta niskama atayava santa. Only a Krishna conscious person who knows the aim and object of life is peaceful. All others, whether karmis, jnanis or yogis, are restless and cannot enjoy real peace. Every page you will find this teaching. Huh? Some 1-2 pages? No. Every page of Bhagavad, you will find this. This is Bhagavad, this is kya? Huh? Isn't it? Understand my language? This material existence, material world, dukkhalaya. Gita it is said, dukkhalaya nasasudam, is a miserable platform. Birth, death, old age, disease, these are miseries here. Everybody gets this misery, beginning from Brahma Loka to Patal Loka. This material universe, in whatever planetary system, whatever body one may be, all get this misery, birth, death, old age and disease. Yes. So, Jiva getting miseries and happiness in this material world, unlimited miseries, ananta dukkha, isn't it? Unlimited miseries. You will never find such a person here, that one who doesn't get any misery. Never find such a person. You understand? All have been suffering here from time immemorial. Sukham je bhuya dukham me mahabhut. In Upanishad this mantra is there. Sukham me bhuyat, dukham me mahabhut. This is Japamala. Understand my language? Japamala, chanting beat. Japamala about all the human beings in this material world. All want. Let me get constant happiness, unmixed happiness, not mixed happiness. Constant happiness. I don't want any unhappiness or any suffering. This is the meaning of this mantra. Upanishad mantra, Sukham me bhuya, dukham me mahabhut. This is Japamala. Understand my language? Everybody wants this thing. How will it be? Because man is distressed, therefore he wants happiness. Because he is distressed, therefore he wants happiness. So is there no happiness at all in this material world? No happiness at all? No, that is happiness. What happiness? Indriya sukha, material enjoyment, sense enjoyment. No enjoyment, no happiness? Yes. They get happiness out of material enjoyment, sense enjoyment. But consequence is unlimited miseries. This is flickering happiness. Temporary, isn't it? Jehi sansara bhoga dukha jono yeyevati adyantavanta kumtayo nate suramata Buddha. One is a real Buddha, learned, intelligent person. Here this verse says, one who knows this thing is a self-realized person. One who knows that material happiness, whether good or bad, in this life and the next, on this planet and the heavenly planet, is temporary and useless. One who knows this thing, that an intelligent person should not try to enjoy or even think of such things, is the knower of the self. Atman. He is Atman. He is knower of the self. He knows this thing, isn't it? The material happiness or sense enjoyment is temporary, useless, flickering. Consequence is unlimited misery. Consequence is unlimited dukkha jono yevati. Therefore, such an Atman, self-realized person never runs behind it. No, this is not real happiness. Its consequence is unlimited misery. You understand? So he gets some little flickering happiness, but he is not satisfied with it. He is not satisfied with it. He wants constant happiness. Niravachinna, shaswata anabila, constant happiness, unmixed. Bhalo bhave, bhalo kari dekho bhai, omisra ananda nai. One song is there. Bhakti Vinod Thakur has sung. Bhalo kari dekho bhai, omisra ananda nai. You my brothers, please think it up very deeply. In this material world, there is no unmixed happiness. Whatever little happiness is there is mixed with unlimited miseries, isn't it? That is what. This song is there, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Ore mano bolo nahi lage sansaro. জনম মরণ জোড়া যে সংসারে আছে ভোরা, তাহে কি বা আছে বলো সারো। জনম মরণ যে সংসারে আছে ভোরা, তাহে কি বা আছে বলো সারো। ওরে মন বলো নাহি লাগে সংসারো। Understand? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, oh, this is teaching to the mind. Oh, my mind. Oh, you are not satisfied with this material world because so much suffering is there. Yes, that's a fact. Janam marana jara je sansare ache bara tahe kiba hoche bolo sir. This is such a world. It's filled with all miseries, birth, death, old age and disease. What happiness, ananda is there? Unhappiness, misery only. How you'll be satisfied with it? You follow me? Dhana jana parivaro keho nahi kabukaro. Dhana jana parivaro keho nahi kabukaro. Kale mitro o kale oporo. 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 Jaha rakhibare cha taha nahi thake bhai. Jaha rakhibare cha taha nahi thake bhai. Anitya samasta vinasoro. Anitya samasta vinasoro. The conditioned soul wants to get happiness in the family life, from his wife, son, daughter, friends. He wants. Mahajan says, Dana dana parivar keva na hoy kahukar, kale mitro kale opor. But oh mind, you understand, this material wealth, material followers, material family, those who are related to this body, they are not yours. Body is temporary. All this relationship, bodily relationship, the material relationship, all temporary. All temporary. Isn't it? As we very often say, just staying in a motel for 1 night, 2 nights, and develop some relationship. Isn't it? It's temporary relationship. Motel. This is material existence like a motel. If you develop some temporary relationship, then it will finish at any moment. As soon as the body is finished, the relationship is finished. Yes, they are not yours. They are not related to the soul. They are related to the body only. Body is temporary. Relationship temporary. So, kale mitro, kale opor. And you see, today they are friends, tomorrow they are enemies. Yes. Today they are friends, tomorrow they are enemies. Yes. Because this bodily relationship is based on this body, temporary body, mental body. They all want to fulfill bodily demand, eating, sleeping, defending, mating. Yes. This demand of mental body. Wife wants that. Yes, my husband will fulfill this demand of my body. Son wants that, father wants that, friend wants that. If there is some little discrepancy there in this giving and taking business, they'll give something or take something from you. If some little discrepancy takes place in giving and taking, relationship finished. Friendship, no more friendship, then turned into enmity. You see, every day, this thing is going on. The son turns as an enemy to the father, father turns as an enemy to the son. Yes, Wife turns an enemy to the husband, husband turns an enemy to the wife. It's going on, Baba. Yes, enmity between brothers and brothers. Yes. Such nasty platform, material platform, such nasty platform. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada says, not at all a fit place for any gentleman to live here. Huh? With a gentleman, is should not live here. Yes, not fit place. Any gentleman to live here. So the nasty platform. Today is friend, tomorrow is enemy. What is this? Jaha rakhibare chai taha nahi thake bhai, onitya samasto vinashta. You want to remain here forever, but can you? This whole existence is temporary. How can you remain here forever? Metal body is temporary. You want to keep this body forever. How can you? Huh? You cannot. You subject to destruction, death. Yes. Everything is subject to destruction here. Material world. Huh? Ayu oti alapodino Ramita hoye khina Ayu oti alapodino Ramita hoye khina Samuniro nikoto darsana Samanero nikata darsana Samanera nikata darsana Roga saka nibharo chitta kore tharo kharo Day by day, Ayurharati Vaipunsang Udayanasta, Maharaj. By the rising of the sun and setting of the sun, your lifespan is decreased. The sun is taking away your lifespan every day, isn't it? Sun is taking away your lifespan every day. Yes, Udayanasta. Ayurharati Vaipunsang. Gradually it's decrease. You are gradually proceeding. I'm making, progress, going ahead to meet death, isn't it? To meet death. Huh? Such. Roga soka anivar chitta kore thargar. Bandopyoga durgatana. But you are thinking, I am growing. Are you growing? Or you are decreasing? Huh? Making forward march to meet death. Suppose you are supposed to live here for 60 years, now 55 years have gone. Sun has taken away 59, then only 5 years left. So are you growing or decreasing? Say, I am growing. Foolish person. Huh? Understand this thing. Samaner nikat darshan you are making. Marching forward towards death, Baba. Roga soka anivar chitta kore tharkar bandha biyoga durghatana. These are the miseries here, unhappiness here. Disease, lamentation, death of your near ones, dear ones, friends. Every day is there, taking place. No happiness, nothing here. Only suffering, only unhappiness, only crying. Bala kari dekho bhai amisranandanai je ache se dukhor karan. Here he said, Balo kare dekho bhai amisranandanai Balo kare dekho bhai je ache se dukhero karon je ache se dukhero karon se sukher Oh my brother, please think it up very seriously. You understand? Amisra ananda nai. Whatever pleasure or happiness you get here in this temporary material world is all mixed with unhappiness and suffering. Huh? No unmixed happiness here. You'll never find unmixed happiness. Is there? Huh? Is there? No. No unmixed happiness, no unmixed pleasure. Whatever little flickering pleasure and happiness you get is mixed with unlimited suffering, misery. Isn't it? No unmixed. But man wants unmixed happiness, constant happiness. There should be no unhappiness, no misery at all. How will it be available? And where it is available? It is not available here. Huh? You understand? Se sukhera tore tobe keno maya das hobe haraibe paramartha kodam. Huh? If you run after this material happiness, temporary, fleeting pleasure, fleeting happiness, which is mixed with unlimited misery and suffering, unhappiness, what benefit you will get? You thereby lose the real treasure, real wealth. What is that? Paramartha dhana, bhakti dhana. Understand, Maharaj? Bhakti dhana, bhakti is dhana. Bhakti is a real asset. Bhakti is a real wealth. That is, we say it, bhakti dhana or paramartha dhana. You are a fool. No intelligence at all. You are running after this temporary happiness and pleasure which is mixed with unlimited misery. Thereby you are losing real dhana, real asset, real wealth. That is bhakti dhana, paramartha dhana. You understand? Se sukhera tore tobe keno mayadas hobe horaibe paramartha dhana. You are allured by this material happiness, material enjoyment, sense enjoyment. You are allured. Maya is offering to you. Maya is offering you. Do you understand? Maya is showing you this allurement. Maya sukha. That is Maya sukha. And you are allured by that temporary flickering happiness, enjoyment. Instead of becoming Krishna Das, you are becoming Maya Das. Becoming Maya Das. But really you are Krishna Das. Jivera Swarupa hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. This is your constitutional position. This is your real existence, real constitutional position. To become Krishna Das. Isn't it? To become Krishna Das. But what you have become now? What? You have become Maya Das. Because you desire this flickering happiness, temporary happiness, material happiness, sense enjoyment, flickering, mixed with unlimited misery. You are allured by that. You are captured by Maya now. Maya is offering this happiness to you, showing this allurement to you, and you are allured. Now you have become Maya Das. But your real existence, constitutional position, is you are Krishna Das. Then you are losing the real asset, real wealth, that is Paramarthika Dhana. Understand me? This is what you say. So, bhalo kore dekho bhai, omisra ananda nai. In this material world, you see very clearly, think it up very deeply, there is no unmixed happiness at all. Whatever little happiness, temporary happiness, pleasure is there, mixed with unlimited misery. Yes. But man wants, but man is not satisfied. Is not satisfied. Is anybody satisfied? Anybody satisfied here? No. Man wants constant happiness, unmixed happiness he wants. There should be no mixture of unhappiness or misery, suffering at all. That man wants. Why? Because he is spirit soul. He is spirit soul, isn't it? He is not this material body. He is spirit soul. Huh? This verse you can see in 5th canto, 5th, 18, 13. 5, 18, 13. Harirhi sakhyat bhagavan saririnaḥ atma dhasanam ivatayam sridam hitva mahastam jadi sajjate grihe tada mahattam vayasadam padinam. Yes, read translation.
Just as aquatics always desire to remain in the vast mass of water,
Yes.
all conditioned living entities naturally desire to remain in the vast existence of the Supreme Lord.
Yes. Vast existence of Lord Hari. Yeah. All Jiva, Atma, spirit soul, as a piece, wants to remain always in vast, expansion of water. Aquatic animal, fish. If you take a fish out of water, put in your nice AC compartment, velvet cushion, put him there. Will you be happy? No, you provide all sorts of, all comfortable things for him, but never be happy. He wants what is real environment, the environment of water. Fish wants water. Toyana, jasana, evo toyo ipsidum. That's it. Toyo means water. If he gets water, then he becomes very happy. Natural atmosphere for him. Atma, Hari Sakyat Bhagavan Saririna. Bhagavan Hari, do you understand? Atma, you are spirit soul, minute, fragmental part and parcel of Lord Hari. So Atma wants always to remain in the atmosphere of Lord Hari. If he gets this natural atmosphere, very pleasing atmosphere for him, it is put in that atmosphere of Hari, then you will get real pleasure and happiness. Otherwise you cannot get this. Yes, read, continue.
Therefore, if someone very great by material calculations fails to take shelter of the Supreme Soul, but instead becomes attached to material household life, his greatness is like that of a young, low-class couple.
Young, low-class couple, yes.
One who is too attached to material life loses all good spiritual qualities.
Yes. Then you are spirit soul, therefore you lose all your spiritual qualities. Surrounded with this material relationship, wife, son, daughter, material family members, and you think that I will get pleasure here, isn't it? But you never get pleasure. Some flickering pleasure mixed with unlimited misery, isn't it? Unlimited misery. So man wants that sukha, that happiness, that pleasure, this constraint, unmixed pleasure, that is known as Brahmananda. Known as Brahmananda, isn't it? Understand me? Ananda derived from the existence of Lord Hari, Brahma, Parabrahma. That is Lord Hari, Lord Krishna. Veda says, Anandam Brahmeti Vedanat. That is said, Anandam Brahmeti Vedanat. That's Brahmananda. Yes. Paramananda. Brahmananda, Paramananda, Supreme Ananda. That is Bhagavan, Hari, Bhagavan, Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sajidananda Vigraha. Krishna is Sanamaya, Chinmaya, Anandamaya, Paramanandamaya. Full of eternality, full of knowledge and full of blissfulness. You understand? The reservoir is source of all transcendental happiness and blissfulness is Lord Hari, Krishna. It is known as Parabrahma, that is known as Brahmananda. Yes. Unless you get him, unless you remain in the atmosphere of Lord Hari, how can Jiva can get constrained happiness, unmixed happiness? Cannot. Isn't it? Isn't it? It cannot. So that is the goal of our human life. That is the goal of our human life, Prabhupada Maharaj therefore says here, the real mission of human life is to get free from encagement of material body. Now you are encaged in the material body and thinking the body is self. Yes, you are thinking the body is self. You have identified yourself with the body. But you are not body, you are different from body. Body is material, whereas you are spiritual, spiritual. Isn't it? Therefore you have been suffering here and bodily relations. Do you understand? You are thinking this body is self and those are related to this body is mind. Jasatma buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sodhi kalsadi subhamijjadhi jatitha buddhi salilena karichit janesu abhijyesu saeva gokhara. Isn't it? Bhagavata says, Srimad Bhagavatam, most impartial shastra. Impartial shastra. He never looks at the face of Madhav, Mahesh Pandit, Jagdish Pandit, Ananta. Impartial. Jasatma buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sodhi kalsadi subhamijjadhi jatitha buddhi salilena karichit janesu abhijyesu saeva gokhara. Who have developed this bodily identification, who have identified himself with this body. A body is a bag filled with three dhatus, vata, pitta, kapha, isn't it? Bile, mucus, air. Bag is filled with this. And you have identified yourself with this bag and this bag. Kunapeti dhatuke sodhi kalsadi subhamijjadhi. Again, those who are related to this bag, to this body, that my wife, my son, my daughter, they are mine. Those are not related. Oh, they are others. You do like that. Bhamijjadhi. Again, in the land where this bag is born, body is born, motherland, birthland, Janmabhumi, Ijjadhi, that will be worshipped. But you never say, all worshipable deity is Krishna. One says like that, thinks like that. He is not a human being. He is either an ass or cow. Soeva gokhara. He may have occupied a very limited position in this material world, but he is not human being. He is either cow or ass. Anything. Do you understand? So, therefore, human mission of human life is to get free from encagement of material body. How will be free from this encagement of material body? What is requirement? If you can somehow connect yourself constantly with that Supreme Lord Hari or Krishna, who is the source of constant flow of transcendental happiness and pleasure, unmixed, then you'll get constant pleasure, constant happiness, not mixed with distress at all. Do you understand? Otherwise, how will it be possible? How will it be possible? Do you follow? So, directly or indirectly here, consciously or unconsciously here, everybody wants that sukha, that Brahmananda, isn't it? Directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously, everybody wants that sukha, Brahmananda, which is continuous, which is constant, which is eternal, which is not mixed by unhappiness and misery. Everybody wants. In other words, everybody wants that Brahma, that Hari or Krishna. Yes, is searching here, where it is. It's not available. Isn't it? Mahaprabhu came. Mahaprabhu taught us how to get it, how one can get Bhagavan. What is needed for it? To get Bhagavan, Hari or Krishna? What is needed for it? Follow? Bhakti. Bhaktya mang abhijanati. Bhaktisnu anannaya labhya. Isn't it, Maharaj? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavata, in Gita, what Krishna said, quote Krishna's words. Bhaktya mang abhijanati. Bhakti-astu ananaya labhya. Jatha bhaktir mamurjita. He says this thing to Uddhava in 11th canto of Bhagavatam. He says this thing, bhaktya, mangabhijanati, in Gita to Arjuna. So, by bhakti, only by bhakti, one can get Bhagavan. Not by any other means. Only by bhakti. So, how can I get bhakti or develop bhakti? How? Cannot develop bhakti. Bhaktistu bhagavata bhakta sangena parijayate. Isn't Maharaj? Bhaktistu bhagavata bhakta sangena parijayate. If you associate with the bhagavata bhakta, they are devotees of Krishna, sadhu Vaishnavas, then you will develop bhakti. Otherwise you cannot develop bhakti. But you are associating here with those sadhus, materialistic persons, those are running behind this material enjoyment, sense enjoyment. Yes? How can you develop bhakti? Unless you associate with Bhagavad Bhakta, sadhu, Vaishnava. By their mercy, one can develop bhakti. Bhakti is the Bhagavad Bhakta Sangena Parijaya, isn't it? So then, if you develop real bhakti, they teach us how you can constantly connect yourself, attach yourself with that Lord Hari Bhagavan Krishna. Then you have to always think of him. Manmana bhava. Krishna says, Manmana bhava, always think of me. Constantly think of me. Put me in your mind. Then you'll constantly connect yourself with Lord Hari and Krishna. Attach yourself constantly with Lord Hari and Krishna. By thinking him or uttering his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Mahaprabhu came, and especially for the jivas, for the human beings of this Kali Yuga, they cannot do any other sadhana. They cannot do. Their lifespan is very short and day by day decreasing because of sinful activities. They cannot do any other sadhana. Very easy process he gave us. Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalau Nasteva Gatirannatha. Veda Upanishad says, in Kali Yuga there is no other way. Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Only take shelter of Hari Nam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Think of always, think of the holy name, adore the holy name, sing the holy name. Thereby you constantly attach yourself with the Lord Hari. Because there is no difference between the name of Lord Hari and Hari himself. Avinantam Nama Namino. There is no difference between the name of Krishna and Krishna himself. Gita, Krishna also says, who gets me? I am very easily available for him. For whom? Jamang smarati nityasa tasyaham sulo partho nitya juktasya yogina. Isn't Maharaj? Jamang smarati nityasa. Do you understand? Tasyaham sulo partho nitya juktasya yogina. Ananya cheta sadadam jamang smarati nityasa tasyaham sulo partho nitya juktasya yogina. Krishna's words. Exclusively thinks of me. Ananya cheta. Exclusively thinks of me. Constantly thinks of me. Never forgets me even for a moment. He is constantly attached to me. Nitya jukta. Tasyam sulopartha nitya jukta yogina. I am very easily available for him. I am with him. Oh Partha, oh Arjuna, I am with him. Who exclusively thinks of me. Constantly thinks of me. Who is nitya jukta, who is constantly attached to me, by constantly thinking, remembering me. Very easy process. I am with him. Yes. That is Krishna said. Therefore, if you want to get out from this miserable material world Get out from this suffering, material sufferings. Then you have to constantly think of Krishna and His holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Day and night, 24 hours. All conditions, sleeping condition, waking condition, even while taking food. Utter my name. Think of me. Don't forget me. That is Manmana Bhava. But Krishna says Manmana Bhava. Constantly think of me, put me in your mind. Mahaprabhu came. He gave the same instruction. He gave the same instruction. Ahornisa chinta Krishna bala hobo nani. Ahornisa chinta Krishna bala hobo nani. Kisayani kibodani kibadagarani. Kisayani kibodani kibadagarani. Bala Krishna bhaja Krishna gao Krishna nama. Bala Krishna bhaja Krishna gao Krishna nama. Krishna binu eho kichu na bhabiyo ano. Krishna binu eho kichu na bhabiyo ano. Jodi ama prati sneho thake soba karo. তবে কৃষ্ণ ব্যতিরিক্ত না গাইবে আর। তবে কৃষ্ণ ব্যতিরিক্ত না গাইবে আর। কি শয়নে কি ভোজনে কি বা জাগরণে। কি শয়নে কি ভোজনে কি বা জাগরণে। অহর্নিশো চিন্তা কৃষ্ণ। This is Mahaprabhu's instruction in Chaitanya Bhagavata. You will find Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Gao Krishna, Naam Krishna Vinu Keho Kichu Na Bhavivan. Utter the name of Krishna, sing name of Krishna, think of Krishna. Don't think of anything but Krishna. Constant thinking. Jodi ama prati sneha thake sabakar, tabe Krishna betirikto na gaibe ar. If you really love me, then you must love my instruction, isn't it? If that is the test of your love, how you follow it? If you really love me, then I say, Krishna betirikto na gaibe ar. Don't sing anything but Krishna only. So, কি শয়নে কি ভোজনে কি বা জাগরণে অহর্নিশ চিন্তা কৃষ্ণ বলহ বদনে। Day and night 24 hours. Day and night 24 hours in all conditions, in sleeping condition, waking condition, even while taking food. Don't forget Krishna. Think of Krishna and utter name of Krishna. That is very easy process how you can constantly attach yourself with Krishna. Then will get constant peacefulness, blissfulness. Krishna is the source of peacefulness and blissfulness. Otherwise you cannot get peace and bliss in the material world. Dukkhalaya. Understand me? Bhakti Yoga. This is Bhakti Yoga. Chaitanya Bhagavata. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhana, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, ভক্তি এই কৃষ্ণ নাম স্মরণ ক্রন্দন। What is bhakti? Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga dhana. The bhakti yoga is dhana, is a real asset, real wealth. Do you understand? Bhakti ai Krishna nama smarana krundana. That is bhakti. To think of Krishna, uttering name of Krishna, you cry. You cry. Huh? Understand? You cry. Bhakti ai Krishna smarana krundana. Think of Krishna, utter name of Krishna, and cry. Shed tears. Mahaprabhu was doing that thing, isn't it? Hari Hari bolite nayanu bahe nira. Uttering name of Hari, was shedding tears. Nayanangaladasrudharaya Badanangadgadarudhaya gira Pulokeir nichiteir bapu Padatava grahani bhavishyati. Isn't it? Mahaprabhu's Sikhya. This is Mahaprabhu's Sikhya teachings. Oh Lord, when that day will come to me? By uttering your name, tears will roll down from my eyes. My voice will be choked up, faltering voice. Whole body will be ecstatic, the hairs on the body will be erected. When? This is bhakti. Krishna nama smarana krandan. Utter name of Krishna, think of Krishna, and cry and cry and cry. Then you will get Krishna. Those who cried for Krishna, they have gotten Krishna. Isn't it? Dhruva, 5-year-old boy. You see 5-year-old boy Dhruva. He cried, he cried. He got out from his home. Do you understand? Where is lotus-eyed Hari? Where is lotus-eyed Hari? Where is lotus-eyed Hari? Just crying, crying, uttering this thing, crying. And he got. Bilva Mangala cried. Bilva Mangala blinded himself, cried, and he got. Isn't Maharaj? Those who have cried for Krishna, they have gotten Krishna. Unless you cry, you cannot get Krishna. But you are not crying for Krishna. You are crying when you lose your hard-earned money, Baba. Isn't it? Day and night crying. Oh, I earned so much money. Millions and millions of dollars invested in this business. Now business, I sustained loss. Everything is lost, everything is lost. My money go. Constantly thinking of money, crying day and night, crying, crying, crying for money, Baba. Not crying for Krishna. Isn't it? So, if you lose your dear ones and near ones, wife dies, son dies, father dies, you cry. My wife died, my son died, my father died, you cry. But we are not crying for Krishna, who is the most beloved. You are losing him, but you can cry. Unless you cry, how can you get Krishna? And how can you get constant happiness, constant peacefulness, blissfulness? Unless you get Krishna. No possibility at all. Do you follow? For a short time I may see, but Krishna disappears suddenly. And what's the oh, my dear ones, most beloved Krishna, oh, he disappeared. I must cry. I must cry. And Mahaprabhu has taught us this thing. Mahaprabhu has taught us this thing, yes. Mahaprabhu is always soyone, sopone, in sleeping condition, in dreaming condition. Always, constantly Mahaprabhu was crying for Krishna. Mahaprabhu was crying for Krishna. Krishna re bapo re moro pai muko thai. Krishna re bapo re moro pai muko thai. Ei mato boliya ka deno gauro raye. গেলে পাই মুসে মুরলি বদনা কোথা গেলে পাই মুসে মুরলি বদনা বলিতে ছাড়ো শ্বাস হরই ক্রন্দন বলিতে ছাড়ো শ্বাস in Chaitanya Bhagavata is mentioned Krishna re bapare moro paimu kothai ei mata boliya kandena Gaura Rai Gauranga Mahaprabhu always uttering name of Krishna. Oh Krishna, oh my father, oh my most beloved, where shall I go, where shall I find you? Saying this thing, he is only crying, he is only crying, he is only crying constantly. He is Gaura. He is only crying for Krishna, that is Gaura. Yes, Rurudyamana, constantly crying for Krishna, that is Gaura. Isn't it, Maharaj? Is crying always. কোথা গেলে পাই মুসে মুরলি বদন বলিতে ছাড়ে শ্বাস করে ক্রন্দন where shall I go, where shall I find that Krishna on whose lips flute is there? Murali Badana Krishna, where shall I go and find? Thus saying this thing, breathes heavily and cry. Mahaprabhu. Yes, he is a practical teacher. Mahaprabhu is a practical teacher. He teaches us practically. Unless you cry for Krishna, you'll never get Krishna. Then you can constantly get peacefulness and blissfulness. Very easy process how you can keep yourself constantly attached, connected with Krishna. No other way is that. Otherwise, in this material world, dukkhalaya, there is no sukha, no ananda, no happiness, no pleasure at all. And you have to do it. Do you understand? So, sadhu says, Shastra says, yes, Anandaghana vastu, Krishna. Krishna is the source of all ananda, all sukha, all pleasure, blissfulness. Then you have to do Krishna bhajan, isn't it? Krishna bhajan, then you'll get constant peace, chira shanti. If you get Krishna, then you get constant peace. Otherwise you cannot get constant peace. Krishna is the reservoir of all peace and blissfulness. All Shastras have given this instruction, Mahajana sadhus, they have all given this instruction. Then you have to do it. Following the instruction of sadhu, Shastra, Guru. If you do Bhagavad Bhajan, keep yourself constantly attached to Krishna, then you'll get real peace, real blissfulness. Otherwise you cannot have it. One who does so is very fortunate, Bhagyavana, isn't it? One who does so is Bhagyavana, he is very fortunate. But those who are ill-fated, Hatobhaga, they don't do it. Krishna Bhakta Niskama Ato Eva Santa. They constantly think of Krishna and they get Krishna. They are really peaceful. Krishna Bhakta Niskama Ato Eva Santa. Karmi, Jnani, Yogi, Sogaliyo Santa. Krishna Bhakta Niskama Ato Eva Santa. This is the last part of Prabhupada's purport. Krishna Bhakta Niskama Ato Eva Santa. Only a Krishna conscious person who knows the aim and object of life is all peaceful. All others, whether karmis, jnanis, yogis, are all restless and cannot enjoy real peace. Because they have other desires, other than Krishna or Krishna Bhakti. Karmi has desire for material enjoyment, jnani has desire for liberation, yogis or siddhas, they have desire how to get yogic perfection, yoga siddhi. Therefore they cannot get peace. They are always restless. Asanta. Ekamatra Krishna Bhakta Niskama Odeva Santa. The Krishna Bhakta, he has no desire for material enjoyment, no desire for material liberation, no desire for yoga siddhi also. No desire. Only bhavatad bhakti rahetuki toi. Oh Lord, please grant me ahetuki bhakti. Sudha bhakti dao Krishna more kripa kari. This is his prayer, O Krishna, at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is his prayer, O Krishna, please give me Sudha bhakti. Please give me honorable devotion. Please give me pure devotion, that I will constantly think of you, constantly remember you, constantly keep you in my mind. Please give me this. This is only prayer. There is no desire for material enjoyment, little liberation, or jealousy. Therefore, he is peaceful, blissful. He gets Krishna. Do you understand? Bhagyavan. He is Bhagyavan. Fortunate. But those are ill-fated. They cannot do Hari Bhajan, Krishna Bhajan. They are always floating in this dreadful ocean of materialistic existence and have been suffering from time immemorial. In this Kali Yuga, the number of such suffering jivas innumerable. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavata, who is non-different from Krishna, has appeared in this Kali Yuga just by the advent of Kali Yuga. By the advent of Kali Yuga, Srimad Bhagavata has appeared. Kalau nasta drusang esam puranarko dhunodita. Isn't it, Maharaj? Kalau nasta drusang esam puranarko dhunodita. Krishne sudhame pavate dharma jnana divisaha. Kalau nasta drusang esam puranarko dhunodita. Isn't it? And Krishna, last Dwapar Yuga, was present here, manifested all his leelas, was giving to his one in the form of, jnana, dharma, isn't it? Or the real dharma, or the real jnana, knowledge. Then Krishna wound up his leela, went back to his abode. He took everything, dharma, jnana, everything to him, he went back. For the people of Kali Yuga, where is dharma, where is jnana? Krishna took everything and went back. His diva, abode. Therefore, Kalau nasta drusang esam puranarka dhunodita. For this people of Kali Yuga, this puranarka, Purana Surya, this Bhagavata Mahapurana, which is like an effulgent sun, has appeared now. Is appeared for Kali Yuga. Here is all jnana and knowledge, and dharma, atma, dharma, bhakti, everything here. Kali Yuga. Do you understand? This is Bhagavata Shastra. And Srimad Bhagavatam has brought you a very wonderful message for you, Baba. Completely new message. You have never heard of it. Such message Srimad Bhagavata has brought you for this people of Kali Yuga. Every Shastra has said, do Hari Bhajan. Yeah, isn't it? But Bhagavata not only says that, it speaks something more else. Not only says that, speaks something else. What is that? What it says? Completely new message Bhagavata brought for you. Not only, all Shastras say, yes, do Hari Bhajan, Krishna Bhajan. Bhagavata says that thing, but he says something else more. What is that? Bhagavata says, oh Jiva, you have no ability how to do bhajan. Have you ability? You are doing Maya bhajan, Baba, Maya bhajan. Isn't it? Doing Krishna bhajan? No. Only pretending. All are pretenders, hypocrites. Mukhe bole. Only lips say, but in the heart, doing Maya bhajan. Mukhe bole Krishna. In the heart, Maya. Isn't it? Enjoyment. Yes. The Bhagavad says, oh Jiva, you have no ability at all to do bhajan. You have no ability at all. You have no qualification at all. You listen to me, what I say. You just stay. Open your ear and hear how Krishna is calling you. You hear how Krishna is calling you. You have no ability to call Krishna, but Krishna is calling you here. Open your ear and hear how Krishna is calling you. Bhagavata says this thing. Kali Yuga. Oh, Jiva of Kali Yuga. You have no ability to do Krishna bhajan. No ability to call Krishna, but to open your ear And here Krishna is calling you, Baba. This is unheard. You have never heard. Any Shastra never says this thing. But Bhagavad says this thing. Yes. This is the complete new message for you. Bhagavad has carried it. Yeah. Understand my language? You are not crying for him, but he is crying for you. He is crying for you. You are not crying for him, but he is crying. Yes, yes. He has come down from his eternal abode to this material world because he loves you so much. But you have no love for him. But he loves you so much. Therefore he comes down here to you from his eternal abode to this material world because he loves you so much. Srudam Sarvabhutanam. He is the only well-wishing friend. Your such friend is he. He loves you so much, but you have no love, no tinge of love at all for him. Isn't it? Have you? No, no. You love your body, you love your bodily relations. No tinge of love, affection for Krishna, who is your only well-wishing friend. You are not calling him. You hear how he is calling you. You try to understand what love. You have no tinge of love for him, but he has such love for you that he descends, he comes down here to you from his eternal abode, Golaka Vrindavan. Yes. Manifests his Leela here. Yes. Plays his flute here. Ooh. So nice, so sweet. So nice, so sweet. He is Muralidhari Krishna. Is Krishna with the flute? Krishna is the flute. Always producing very sweet sounds, playing in his flute, calling you, calling you, calling you. You cannot call you. Therefore he is calling you. Yes. You conditioned soul. You human being, conditioned soul, you cannot go to him. Therefore he has come to you. He has come to you. He has descended here in this material world. He has come to you. Yes. You don't know how to call him. Agya Jiva, you foolish. You are covered up with this ignorance, dense darkness. Therefore Vanshidhari Krishna, Krishna is the flute. He is calling you through his flute. Yes. This is completely new message of Bhagavata Shastra, unheard of. You have never heard. You have never heard anywhere in any Shastra. This is complete new message Bhagavata has carried for you. Do you understand my language? Yes. What is Bhagavata? Nigamakalpatara galita phala. Most ripen, sweetest, nectarian, juicy fruit of Vedic tree. This is Bhagavata. Isn't it? Nigamakalpatara galita phala. Most ripen, sweetest, nectarian, juicy fruit of Vedic tree. He says, I am Bhagavata. I am such a fruit. Sweetest, most ripened, sweetest, nectarian, juicy fruit. I have now followed here, this material world. Yes, Bhagavata Devata, deity of Bhagavata is Krishna, Muralidhari Krishna. Unlimitedly merciful is that Krishna. He has descended, he descends here, this material world. He has now come to this Bhauma Vrindavan, to the bank of Jamuna, Kalindi. Yes, for you. Yes. This is the message of, merciful message of Bhagavata. In every page of Bhagavata you will find this thing. Every page it is there. Yes. Every page of Bhagavata you will find this thing. Yes. Kambadayalum saranam brajema. Aho bakijam stanakalakutam jinghasayat paya yadapi saddhi leve gating dhatya chitam tadanyam kambadayalu saranam brajema. This verse you can find. Aho bakijam stanakalakutam jinghasaya payadapya saddhi leve gati dhatya chitam tadanyam kambadayalu saranam brajema. The sister of Bakasura, Putana, Baki, smearing dreadful poison on her breast, came to Brajapura house of Nanda Maharaj to kill baby Krishna. Krishna was doing Saisava Leela, babyhood Leela. That demoness Putana came, smearing breadfruit poison on her breast, allow Krishna, baby Krishna, to suck to her breast, thereby kill him. Such evil intention, carrying evil intentions, she came. Do you understand? But what happened? Krishna sucked to her breast, isn't it? Thereby he sucked her life. And she died. But Krishna is so wonderfully merciful, gave her the place, the position of mother, Dhatruchitagati. Because Krishna only sucks to the breast of Jasoda Mata, Jasoda Stanandhai. Krishna never sucks the breast of any woman. Do you understand? Only sucks the breast of Jasoda, isn't it? And Putana did the same work of mother, because allowed Krishna to suck to her breast. Yes. So Krishna is so wonderfully merciful, supremely merciful. There's such evil intention that demoness Putana had, still Krishna accepted the good thing. Yes, she did the work of mother. She allowed me to suck to her breast. Therefore, Krishna gave her the position in the spiritual world, the position of mother. So how? Who is merciful? Any merciful devata is there like Krishna? So, to whom shall we surrender? We must surrender to such a merciful Lord, that is Krishna. He is so merciful. We gave the mother's position to that demoness Putana. Kamba Saranam Rajema. Such is merciful. Dayal Thakur. He said Dayal Thakur. Is there any Dayal Thakur but Krishna? Is there? Will you find somewhere? So we must take shelter of such merciful Lord Krishna. Such a papi, such a great sinful demoness Putana got the position of mother. Can you show in any country or any history such a merciful Lord like Krishna? Can you show? No. So Kali Yuga, this Kali Yuga, degraded jivas, what can you do? What bhajan can you do, Baba? Do you understand? This is Bhagavata's message. You want Bhagavan, isn't it? Man wants Bhagavan. But superior to this or better to this is that Bhagavan wants man, his devotee. Yes. Bhagavan wants. A bhakta, a devotee is crying for Bhagavan. How to get Bhagavan, how to get Hari, how to get Krishna. Do you understand? But Bhagavata speaks something new thing. How Bhagavan is crying for bhakta. Bhagavan is crying for bhakta. Krishna is crying for his devotee. Yes, that is the completely new message and heart of message. In Srimad Bhagavatam you will find. Yes. Baby Krishna is crying for Jasoda Mata, isn't it? Mother, I am hungry, I am thirsty. Isn't it? Baby Krishna is crying for Mother Jasoda. Mother Jasoda is Bhakta. The Krishna is crying for Bhakta. Isn't it? This is completely new message and a heart of Bhagavata has carried for you. Understand my language? Yes. Krishna in the jungle of Vrindavan, a mere boy. Oh, my calf is lost, calf is lost, calf is lost. I cannot find him uttering the name of the calf. Krishna running hither and thither. You see, Bhagavan is crying for Bhakta. You are not crying for Bhagavan, but Bhagavan is crying for you. Understand my language? Yes, this is completely an heart of message, new message that Bhagavata has carried for you. Yes. Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. Bhagavan is crying for you. Therefore, Open your ear and hear it. Yes. Krishna plays his Mohana Vaisi, his flute that enchants everybody. That enchants the gopis. You see, playing the flute, Krishna calling the gopis. Playing his flute, what Krishna said? Eso Radhe, bolo e Krishna. Oh Radhe, please come. Eso Radhe, bolo e Krishna. So in the jungle of Vrindavan, Krishna plays Mohana Murali, such flute that enchants everybody, that enchants the all gopis, including Radha. Krishna calls, Radhe, please come. Gopis, please come. They run. Yes, in the heart. Hear such calling. Mohana Murali, isn't it? Gopijana Vallabha. This is sweetness of Bhagavatiya Leela. Understand my language? This is Srimad Bhagavatiya Leela. Bhakta Katar Bhagavan Gopai. Yapekhya Bhagavataragraha Bhagavan. Kete Katara Bhaktanga Nimita. One who is pure devotee, Premi Bhakta, he is always crying for Bhagavan, Krishna. But better than that, superior to it, that how Bhagavan is crying for his devotee. Understand? This is the message here in Srimad Bhagavatam. Teach this thing, to speak this thing. Therefore Krishna sends his dear devotee, Uddhava, to go to Brajabhumi. Gacha, Uddhava, Somyam Brajabhumi. This is Uddhava Sandesh. Gacchodhava Brajam Samyam Pritrana Pridimavaha Gopinang Madhyavadhi Matsandesai Vimochaya. 10th canto, you'll find Uddhava Sandesh. Therefore, for this reason, how Bhagavan is crying for his devotees, always thinking of his devotees. Yes. You are not thinking of Krishna, but how Krishna is thinking of you. He's crying for you. Therefore he sends Uddhava, Gacchodhava Braham Samya, Pitrorna Pridimavaha, Gopinang Madhyavading Vatsandasai Vimochaya. Uddhava is a very, very dear devotee of Krishna, isn't it? Na tatha me priyatam atma jonir na sankara, na sankarsana, na srir, na ivatma, tatha bhavan. Is Krishna's own words. Atmadoni Brahma is not so dear to me. Shankar Shiva is not so dear to me. Sankarsana, my brother, Sankarsana is not so dear to me. My wife Lakshmi is not so dear to me. Natatma, I myself is not so dear to me, O Uddhava, as you are dear to me. Isn't it? Uddhava is so dear. Therefore, called Uddhava. Because he is the fittest person who can carry the message of love and go to Brajabhumi to deliver to his dear, very dear, intimate devotees, day and night, who are crying, who are feeling acute pang of separation from Krishna, who are in dying condition. Isn't it? Dying condition. Yes. Such a fittest person must be chosen and should be saved. He can carry this message of love. Therefore he chose Uddhava. Called Uddhava. Yes. Made him seated on his lap. And cut hold of the right hand of Uddhava, 2 hands like this. Yes. And said, with pitiful voice, Krishna says, Gacchodhava Braham Samya Pitrorna Pridimavaha Gopinang Madhyavadhi Matsandesai Vimochaya. 10th canto of Bhagavatam. Uddhava, go to Brajabhumi immediately, go to Brajabhumi. What to do? Pitrorna Pridimavaha. Please deliver this message to my dear father, Nanda Maharaj, my dear mother, Brajeshwari Jashoda Mata. Give them consolation, give them pleasure. Then speaks about gopis. Gopinang madhyagadhing matsandasai vivachaya. Then he speaks of gopis. Do you understand, Uddhava? And you must go to gopis. They are feeling acute pang of separation, magdhyodagadi, because feeling separation from me, magdhyodagadi. Very, very acute pang of separation. They are in dying condition, they are in dying condition. So, Matsandasai, please deliver this message of love. Thereby, they'll get some consolation. They are so eager how to get me. Similarly, I am more eager than themselves. You understand? How to get them. You understand? Therefore, I send this message. Yes. How? The gopis are the most beloved. Tan manmanaska mat prana madarthe tektadehika mameva daitam preshtamatmanam manasagataha. Krishna speaks through his own, this is his own words, through his own lips he speaks. Tan manmanaska mat prana madarthe tektadehika mameva daitam preshtamatmanam manasagataha. Uddhava, manmanaska. In Gita, Krishna says, manmana bhava. Do you understand? Krishna says, manmana bhava. Think of me. Yes. Who is such devotee? Who always thinks of him? Always thinks of Krishna. Here is example. Example is not given in Gita. Example is given in Bhagavatam. Tan manmanaska. The speaker of Gita says, Tan means the gopis. They are manmanaska. Understand? They are always, day and night, 24 hours, all condition, waking condition, sleeping condition, dreaming condition, all condition, they are only thinking of me, only thinking of me. Yeah. Their mind is not their mind. They have given all his mind to me. Their mind is no longer their mind. They are manmana. They are manmana. Understand, Maharaj? They are manmana. The example you will never find in this world. Here example, the speaker of Gita gives. Gopis are manmana bhakta. Gopis are manmana bhakta. Yes. Sudurlabhai bhagavatai loke. To find out such bhakta is very, very rare. Very, very rare. Not easy thing. So, in Gita, the example has not been given, manmana bhakta. Therefore, by the instruction of Narada Muni, Vyasadeva wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you understand? Wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever is said there, the symptoms of bhakta in Gita is all depicted in Srimad Bhagavatam. All depicted. Examples there, manmana bhakta. Today, the speaker of Gita speaks with his own lips. This is gopis are manmana bhakta. Yes. They are manmanaska mat prana. Uddhava. Their mind is not their mind. They have given their mind to me. Mat prana. That means I am. I am their life and soul. Mat prana. Because life and soul is Krishna, they are mat prana. They are mat prana. Do you understand? So, they are completely dedicated, all their body, mind, speech, everything to me. And Tyakta dehika. They are ready to give up their body. They are ready to die. They are ready to give up their body. Tyakta dehika for me. They love me so much. Yes. So, the Sarva Guhyatama mantra, manmana bhava mad bhakta madjaji man namaskara. You will never find the example in Bhagavad Gita. You will find example here in 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. They are the example. Do you understand? So, madannatte nadananti nahutebhyo managopi. Then I don't know anything but me. I don't know anybody or anything but them. Yes. So, the purport of Krishna saying that the damsels of Brajabhumi, Krishna said, they are my life and soul. They are my life and soul. leaving them. Do you understand? Though I have come here to this Mathura, I'm staying here in Mathura, but my whole mind, my heart, everything but there in Brajavani, not here in Mathura. Not here in Mathura. I am just breathing like bellow, blacksmith's bellow. But my whole thing, my life, soul, everything, heart, everything, mind, all there in Brajavani, not in Mathura. Yes. If somebody may question, why such condition? Why you are put in such condition, O Krishna? Then Krishna gives answer. What? Je tikta loka dharmasya madarthe tan vivarsyahum. This answer Krishna gives. Maharaj, 10th canto, 46th chapter, you can find. Je tikta loka dharmasya madarthe tan vivarsyahum. Those who have given up everything, the social dharma, samaj dharma, do you understand? Family dharma, do you understand? Everything, all dharma, sarva dharmana paritejya mamekam saranam braja. Abandon all the dharma. They have abandoned all dharma. Dharma of the body, dharma of the mind, dharma of the society, dharma of the family, dharma, adharma, everything they have abandoned. Do you understand? For me, for me, for me. Tekta loka dharma so madarthi tan vyasya. Do you understand? So, therefore they are my life and soul. They are life and soul. Oh, Uddhava, feeling acute pang of separation, such gopis, brother Ramas, damsels of Brajabhumi, very often they are in a fainted condition, completely unconscious. Actually, this murcha, fainted condition, saves their life. Saves their life. Yes. Just gopi viraha vidhura, Krishna. Krishna is crying for his dear devotees. You see? Krishna feels acute pang of separation from his dear devotees, gopis. But you never cry for Krishna. You never feel pangs of separation from most beloved Krishna. But Krishna feels. This is completely unheard of, completely new message for you in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is crying. But you are not crying. You are crying for your body, body relations, or for the money, if you lose it. But if you lose Krishna, you don't cry. How can you get real peace and bliss? Unless you get Krishna, unless you cry for Krishna, unless you get Krishna, you cannot get real peace and bliss in this material life. Because it's dukkhalaya. This is dukkhalaya. This is miserable platform. Only dukkha is there. Only suffering is there. You are bodily conscious of life. You have accepted the body, the self. Body relationship you have developed, temporary, fleeting relationship. You are covered up with dense darkness of ignorance. You don't know how to get real ananda, constant ananda, constant happiness, constant blissfulness. You don't know at all. Yes, you don't know at all. You are engaged in accumulating this, let's say, material assets, wealth, material objects of sense enjoyment, thinking that you will enjoy it and get happiness and peace. Ignorant fool you are. You don't know. There is no real enjoyment, no ananda, no pleasure, rather unlimited misery is there. Yes, in Bhagavata 11th canto you will find Nava Jogendra Sambhada Prabuddha Rusi. You will find there Karmanyara bhamananam dukkha hatyai sudhaya cha pasyed paka viparjasam viduni charina nunam. 11th canto, 3rd chapter, text 19, you'll find all the jivas here in this material world, they want happiness, they don't want distress. Do you understand? They want happiness, they don't want distress. How to go away with the distress, how to get real happiness, they don't know it at all. If you think it up seriously, instead of getting constant happiness, real happiness, they get flickering happiness, whose consequence is unlimited suffering and misery, isn't it? Nityartidena vityena durlabha natma mrityuna groho pratyapta pasubhi kapriti sadhite ischale. 11th canto, 3rd chapter, 19th verse says, this is miserable platform, dukkhalaya, this material platform. Yes, everybody is covered up with dense darkness, ignorance. They think they get some real happiness, they get happiness and pleasure if they will be surrounded with this wife, son, daughter, home, heart, material assets. Yes, so they are engaged in collecting all these things, but they cannot get real peace and happiness thereby. Rather, unlimited misery, baddha jiva, conditioned soul, always suffering, 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 always feeling deficit, deficit, deficit. I want this, I want this, I want this. I am in need, this is my requirement, this is my requirement. So, he tries hard how to collect it in this material world. Struggles hard, like an ass, collect something to, to meet, to satisfy some of his deficities. Do you understand? But you see, to satisfy one of his deficits is for temporary time, next time unlimited deficit comes, unlimited deficit comes, yes. Satisfy one deficit for temporary time, some time, next moment you feel unlimited deficit has come. Where is satisfaction? Krishna is a Purna Brahma. Nobody is a Purna Brahma. Krishna is a Purna Brahma, who is completely full. One who gets Purna Brahma, completely full, only he'll never feel any deficit. Yes, because he is Purna, he is completely full. Getting him, there is no question of deficit at all. Incompleteness. Because he is completely full. But you are trying to satisfy your deficit by collecting these material objects of sense and material assets, wealth. But actually, consequent, you see, for a temporary period, one deficit is satisfied, next moment, hundreds of deficit has come. Yes, what is this? So you don't know what is the real ananda. Real happiness. Therefore, Bhagavata speaks in this thing. And Bhagavata Bhakta Bhagavata, Grantha Bhagavata, embodiment of Bhagavata Bhakta, Vaishnava speaks, and Shastra Bhagavata speaks. If you can get Krishna, who is completely full, Purna Brahma, constantly if you can make yourself attached to Krishna, yes, then you get real peace and blissfulness. You will never feel any incompleteness because Bhakti Purna Brahma is completely full. Thank you very much. Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki jai. Bhagavata Gadam Sarasatra Subhakta Vrinda ki jai. Gaur Purnananda.
Is it by forcing ourselves we have to cry?
And no forcing. Natural. You'll put some chili in your eye, cry. Pretend.
So you mean you have to come to the stage of bhava, then?
Yes, you should understand this thing. Completely absorb yourself. Drown yourself. In the ocean of that bhava. It's thought of Krishna. Yes, automatic, you'll cry. Otherwise, it's not. Artificially cry. Put some chili. I cry.
What does that mean for our bhajan? Krishna loves us. How does that apply to us?
Do you think love is one-sided? One-sided? It's reciprocal, Baba. You love him, he loves you. Because it's the object of love, therefore you Krishna bhajan, Hari bhajan, huh? Whom I love, I must constantly think of him. How can you think of him? Right. There is no love, huh? Stupid mind think, huh? Baba.
Maharaj, but Krishna he was thinking of the gopis because the gopis
Always think of him.
they always think.
Yes, this.
But we never think of Krishna, so how Krishna can cry
But-
for us?
but-
Krishna will not cry for us.
Yes,
Because we are
yes.
not crying for him.
Because we are Krishna's. Jiver Swarupa hoy.
Yes, but
Krishna
we are
Nitya
very
Dasa.
far. We are in
You have
Tatastha.
forgotten, but he is your such well-wishing friend. He comes down here, manifestly speaks that you have forgotten, now you remember. Therefore Arjuna say, Smriti labdha tad prasada vayachyuta. Huh? Oh Achyuta, by your mercy, but I have forgotten, now I remember. Therefore all these teachings there. Therefore Bhagavad has appeared. Therefore Vaishnava comes, Bhakta Bhagavata comes, Bhagavan comes and tells you this. You have forgotten, now remember. Understand my point? Huh? Therefore all these arrangements are there. These all arrangements of Krishna. He is so merciful. Huh? He has made so arrangements for you. Why? If he is not crying for you, if he is not thinking of why he will make such arrangement for you. Huh? Sadhu Shastra Guru. Huh? We are not thinking of him. We are completely forgotten. But he has made such arrangement for you that we can think of him. We can remember this. Huh? Give up our forgetfulness. And remember Shastra, Guru, Sadhu. So nice. Huh? Bhagavad Katha, Krishna Katha, so relishing, so nectarian, so sweet, isn't it? Huh? Therefore Bhagavad has appeared. Just beginning of Kali Yuga it appeared for us. Hare Krishna. All right. Thank you very much.
Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai.